I'm sorry, but going to Walgreens and getting that mahogany card that says, "Baby,
You're my Coretta.
yeah, I'm a great man, and you're the color of Cancun sand."
Hi, Sean.
Hello, Cassandra.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Welcome to our Valentine's Day edition, and welcome to Closet Margaritas.
Yes. So today I have a couple stats for you. Ready?
How about before we take the stats?
Oh, I forgot.
I
forgot we had some shot glasses in our hands. We're about to take a shot.
Yeah.
So what should we cheers to?
So let's cheers to everyone getting and giving everything they wanted and needed on Valentine's Day.
Cheers. Wow. Okay, that wasn't bad. All right. So February the 13th, the day before Valentine's Day, is actually known as Mistress Day. Did you also know 70% of men cheat compared to 65% of women who do?
It's pretty close.
And women are more likely to cheat the day after Valentine's Day.
Now that, so on the fit, but you know what?
What?
I feel like that is directly attributed to what the man did or didn't give her.
Now that's something
Yep.
to think about.
I say we roll right in.
All right,
So,
let's go.
Speaking of giving gifts,
Mm-hmm.
do you think that people expect to receive gifts on Valentine's Day?
If they celebrate it, yes.
Okay. I'm going to say for the guys out there, I think most guys don't expect to receive a gift.
Okay.
Yeah.
And why not?
I think most of the time they're probably with people that haven't, like, either they haven't expressed it or they're with a person that just thinks of Valentine's as a receiving holiday.
What happens when like one person loves to receive gifts and the other person for Valentine's Day and the other person is like anti-Valentine's Day? What happens?
Well, then that's called an impasse.
Yeah.
And I feel like at that point, the person that likes to receive gifts needs to kind of cool the temperature down in the room. So don't be so hot and heavy about, I really hope I get a bear. I hope I get, and I think the other person needs to step back and say, okay, this is something that my mate likes.
Yeah.
So why not appease your mate on that one day? Now, I'm not saying match
Yeah.
their, as much as they want to receive, but definitely try to do something.
Do you, from a male's perspective, do you feel that men like to receive gifts?
I do. I think overall, even outside of Valentine's, I think men like to be surprised. They like to be lightly romanced.
Yeah.
But on Valentine's, I mean, it doesn't, I don't think it's a necessity, but I think men, yeah.
But do y'all like the lovey-dovey stuff? Do y'all like, anything that's cutesy and fun that's on brand for Valentine's? Or do you expect something more practical or something else that,
Neither. I think it's a hard pass on chocolates and bears and whatnot. And I think it's a super hard pass on practical stuff like ties and tools and stuff like that. I think that Valentine's is a day that you get your mate something they've been wanting, but yet they haven't gotten yet. So that's why, and I know we're going to talk about this later in the show, but that's why cologne and even for women, perfume is such a really popular gift because we all run out of that, right?
Yes.
And you can never have too many versions of that. But as far as like picking it out,
Yeah.
it's perfect for, let's say, a male and female relationship because most of the time the male is wearing that cologne for the female. So if the female has a certain scent tones or scent notes that they like to smell to smell, that's the perfect time for you to control how your man smells.
That's interesting. So you kind of named already a few things that men don't want. So tools and ties, you said.
Yeah.
What
Tunics.
else? Tunics.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tiramisu.
Tiramisu. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty much
Tunics, ties, tools, and tiramisu.
Yeah.
Tube socks.
Yeah. Tube socks is on there
Do
too.
not do that
Yeah. So
either.
that's the 5. That's the top 5 right
T-shirts?
there. Okay. If it says Hanes, hard pass.
Okay.
If it says like a brand name, like let's say, because honestly, if you're thinking about it, let's say you want your mate to dress a little more whatever.
Yeah.
That's a great way to introduce them to other brands and to stuff that you would like colors.
Yeah.
Like even me, my color wheel prior to me meeting you, and even a long time while we were together, was a pretty solid 4 colors. You know, but over the years,
Which were white, pale white, off white.
no, black, always bet
Okay.
on black.
Okay.
If you're gonna do a t-shirt, it needs to be a designer t-shirt.
Yeah.
Don't do the undershirt.
Do something a little out of the norm.
Exactly.
Because you can buy a t-shirt, a pack of t-shirts at Target for $20 on a Tuesday. And
that's when you should give it Tuesday.
On a Tuesday.
Because Wednesday is Valentine's.
Yes. Okay, cool.
So speaking of just rating Valentine's, I mean, some people, this is their day. Right? How would you rate that against birthdays and Christmas?
It's number 3 for me. I think birthdays is number 1 because that's my day and my day only. Christmas is number 2 because that's Jesus's day and family. And number 3 is Valentine's Day because it's our day.
I dig that list. I would flip 1 and 2. Christmas, I am a gift giver. I love giving. It's a gift and a curse. No pun on that. Yeah.
No pun on that.
But there's something about Christmas that I absolutely adore.
Yeah.
Second would be my birthday, your birthday, the kid's birthday, Nala's birthday. But third would be Valentine's. I do like dressing up a little bit, night on the town. You know, even when we're out to dinner on Valentine's, you look around, scan the room. Like even to the people out there that get taken out, scan the room and see people's facial expressions. You will see.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you'll see a different person.
Oh my gosh. You remember there was one time we went out to dinner for Valentine's Day and me and you were just like all lovey-dovey or whatever, right? You know, really hamming it up for each other. And you look across and these couples are just in their phone, buried in their phone.
Yeah, that happened last year.
Yes,
actually.
and that's a huge... Number 1, if you're out to dinner with whoever, put your phone away.
Yes.
Don't be scrolling on your phone. I feel like that's the rudest thing that you can do, even if it's outside of dinner. If someone's trying to talk to you and you're on your phone scrolling, kind of looking up, I think that's really rude.
I will say, even outside of Valentine's, that is a pro tip from Closet Margaritas. When you're out to dinner, unless you have other people meeting you and you have to, like, for necessity purposes, I get that. However, if you're on social media, flipping, then you're basically telling your date. Not even basic. You're telling your date, you don't matter.
Yeah.
You bore me.
Yeah.
And he or she is part of the cheating on February 15th.
Yeah.
They're basically saying, I'm going to cheat on you and I'm setting it up right now.
It's just basic levels of respect, I think.
I agree.
But who am I? I mean, that's just my opinion.
You're my wife.
Yes.
A beautiful woman.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, so also when we go to the topic of people celebrating and all of that jazz, have you ever seen on social media where people are just like, Valentine's Day is just a crock of shit because, it's just a day to spend extra money. I should show my partner every day of the year that I love them. And I'm like, yeah, you should, but do you? You know what I mean? How do you feel about people who say that?
I exactly like you said. I think they're charlatans. I think it's fake. I think it's a way for them to get out of it. But I don't think it's real at all because you hit the nail on the head. They're not even showing their mate that every single day.
Amen.
And you don't have to show your mate every single day with gifts, but honestly saying, I think you're beautiful is a gift.
Yeah, why not? Here's my thing. I can understand when people don't celebrate it. That's cool. You celebrate what you want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But don't knock it for the other people who really like it because I hate seeing that. And I love Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
I think it's a super special day, just not to show your partner, but to show the people you love.
Yeah.
I give our kids a Valentine's Day gift every year.
Yeah.
And even though they may not appreciate it right now, I know, later on they will.
You're
and
exactly
it's just like a way to show people that you love. Like, I thought about you today.
Thank you. That should be on a shirt. I thought about you today. I 100% agree with you. I'm not, anyone who knows me know that I'm trying to be better, but I'm not a big social media person. However, when I do get on it, especially around Valentine's and people are hating on it, It is very off-putting.
It is off-putting.
And you want to know where that is rooted. And
Yeah.
and I
Who hurt you?
yeah, and exactly. And
Yeah.
it could be coming from a very hurt place and not a helpful place.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, speaking of places, do you think dinner should be defined as a gift?
The only thing, like if that's all you give me,
I'm not going to expound it.
I don't think dinner alone, like if you go to a restaurant, I don't think that's just a gift. Now, there's caveats to that. If it's an experience, like you're going to a chef's table and it's this super posh restaurant and the chef is cooking just for you and your partner, yeah, that's a gift because that's a lot of money. And also, if you are cooking your mate a dinner, special dinner, and it's part of your, whole little romantic thing that you wanted to be like, I never cook for this person. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Yes, that's a gift.
So you think either way, it should not be considered the main gift.
No, I think
it always has to accompany something.
No. Like I said, it's those caveats I gave.
Yeah.
Those can be standalone gifts.
Okay.
That's enough.
So if I were to take you to a dinner date where it was chef's table, and I didn't get you anything else,
I feel like, especially if it was thought out and it's just me and you and it's a food or a restaurant that I wanted to try and I haven't been able to try.
Yeah.
And it's a whole experience. Yes, that's a gift because that's a lot of thought.
I dig that.
That's a lot of effort. You know what I mean?
That wouldn't be the only thing I would get you, but I think that's a cool idea. So I agree with you. I do think that dinner should be recognized as a gift. But I don't think that should ever be the only gift. There are dinners that cost well over $1,000.
Should if you invite someone out to dinner,
Yes.
your partner,
Yes.
do you expect for them to split the bill with you?
No, never.
Please don't do that.
Well, and I've heard that from a myriad of different age groups, right? I would say most men at or around the hill would definitely pick up the check and wouldn't expect, and I honestly would probably find it a little disrespectful if the person that they invited out offered to pay.
My thing is, you don't have to take your partner to a super expensive spot in order for it to be special.
Yeah.
You have to always remember to act your wage, okay? You go wherever you can afford to go, but don't just put a little thought into it. If you don't have a lot of money, which is a good segue to like gift givings, like some cool gift ideas.
But pause.
Yeah.
My wife is dropping dimes today. Act your wage. I've never heard that, but that is worthy of a shirt.
Well,
Sorry.
thanks. I heard that somewhere, but
still
I
like
didn't
it.
make it up. I don't take credit, but
Yeah.
thank you. So for some gift ideas,
Yeah.
okay, something that's a little different than your traditional flowers and chocolate, you know what I mean? Instead of giving her a bouquet of roses, why not take her him or her, on a date to like the tulip fields or a place where you can make your own bouquets and y'all do something special like that.
And we saw that on the show. I do think that is super cool.
So romantic.
The problem is where we live. You have to live in that region,
Or
right?
take a little day trip,
Yeah.
and then you can stay out there like a staycation, you can stay out there and then maybe y'all can have a nice romantic picnic, something like that. It's like super cute things you can do it doesn't take a lot of money to do, but it's the fact that you're spending time with one another and you're able to, to do that.
Yeah.
In like I was saying, chocolates, go to a chocolate making class. Go somewhere like that and y'all can be interactive. And I think that's super romantic and sexy too, making chocolates and tasting or whatever food you guys like to do, sushi, cocktails.
But speaking of expectations, is that something that most women expect for the man to plan, or is that something that is on the table for either partner to say, okay, I plan this?
I think that women, we tend to like more cutesy things like that.
Yeah.
And I feel that it would be appreciated if the partner would recognize that. You have to know you have to read your partner's room. Okay. And know, okay, they like this, they like this, they like this. So be on brand.
It kind of goes back to what I was saying. I do believe that the romancee normally expects for things to be planned out and done for them. Doesn't make the romancee selfish, but it definitely means that the romancee is the receiver on Valentine's, which might directly be attributed to why you see the hate from
Maybe.
let's say men saying it's blah blah blah, right? But as we know, understanding your partner and being able to say this is something my partner adores,
It takes a little compromise.
it does.
Yeah.
It does.
So let's skip on the gift giving thing.
Yes.
Okay. So I named off 2 cool gift ideas.
Yeah.
And those are kind of budget friendly. So what do you have?
Ooh, we have a set of friends that did this. I think making your mate a fragrance is a super cool idea. Shouts to the couple that showed us that. I thought that was a super, and I think y'all made it just for yourselves, but think about that. That would be super cool if you branded your own fragrance for your mate and took the time to really brand it. And if you came out with a label maker and put the label on, a phenomenal idea.
Especially if you know what your partner loves.
Well, yes.
You know what I
Yes.
mean? Yeah, that fragrance. What about something else?
So I feel like jewelry is a classic. Again, I think the way I look at Valentine's is the gifts you receive should be something that you probably have thought about purchasing for yourself, but either you didn't have the money or you don't have the time or whatever else. But it's the little things to me.
I think since it's the day of love, it's things you love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Think
Yeah.
about it like that.
Yeah.
Break it down. What do they love?
Yeah.
Not only materialistic, what do they love to do?
Yeah.
You like fast cars.
I do.
So if your partner likes fast things, get one of those, where you can get the exotic car driving experience, something like that.
Or buy the fast car.
Or buy the fast car if you got it like that. if your budget doesn't allow that, go to freaking go-karts or something.
Yeah,
Make it
yeah.
something
Something
cutesy out of it.
exhilarating.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If they like things like that, do that. You know what I mean?
I will say though, I love dinner dates on Valentine's with you.
Yeah.
They're always, I think as we've gotten older, I've gotten a little more practical with telling you where we're going. And I guess on the spot, I would ask you, do you prefer to be informed of where we're going or not?
Yeah, you can tell me either way. You can tell me, okay, we're going to Italian, and it's gonna be a little upscale. So I need to know these things because I know how to dress. It's not that I actually need to know the details or scour the menu. I like being surprised. I just don't like to feel like I'm under or overdressed somewhere I go.
Right now, every guy listening or watching is saying, you're saying only half truths. What women do is this. Where are we going? It's a surprise. Well, how should I dress? Well, something sexy and chic. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, just something just nice, something that you already have. Okay, so should I wear heels or flats? Well, baby, whatever you want to wear. I mean, if you...
That's not helping at all. I'm telling you, I'm going to stop you right there. If you give me too many options, flats or no flats, I could be like, okay, I'm either going bowling or I'm going to go to, a steakhouse.
But let's be honest. We're not going bowling for Valentine's.
If you just tell me high-end Italian, high-end Mexican, high-end whatever, that's enough information.
But what does the type of food matter?
I need to know how tight my dress or my clothes need to be. Because if I'm going to be
based
wearing,
on the food. Okay.
Because if I'm going to be wearing,
that.
if I'm going to be eating Italian food,
Wearing
pasta,
Italian.
or wearing it, if I'm going to be eating pasta, that makes me bloated. So I need to make sure that I wear something that's not too form-fitting or wear extra Spanx. If I'm going to eat at Mexican food, I just spill things on me all the time.
Yeah.
I need to wear dark colors.
Okay.
That's how I think.
Okay. Well, thanks for letting me know that after all these years we've been together. I will remember that though. But that's really good advice. I never thought about that.
Yeah.
I always thought about the more expensive the place is, the more nice you should dress.
Yeah.
Like-
But it's more so like, yes, it's about what do I need to wear? Like, how is it
Yeah.
dressy or not? But what colors?
Yeah.
Because again, I'm not wearing all white to an Italian place if I'm eating spaghetti.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's how I think.
Okay. Yeah. That's really good. Anything else with gifts before I move on?
I think that really quickly,
Yeah.
we named a couple of ideas, but what about if you have zero money? If you have no money
Then-
and you're just struggling, what do you do?
Well, if you have no money, that doesn't mean you don't have any ingenuity. Understand, you could write something really, really sweet.
Yes.
You could sing or you could rap. There's a lot of things you could do with no money. Now, even though you don't have any money, that doesn't mean you're like no money at all.
Right.
But a picnic, to your point, cooking dinner at home, there are a lot of different options that don't cost hundreds of dollars.
I feel like you could, with $100 or less, you could do a whole bunch of different things. You can, like you said, write a song. I wrote a song for you for Christmas.
You did. Thank you.
You're welcome. It didn't cost a lot for me to write the song, but it was
Priceless.
It was priceless.
Amazing.
Thank you. Or you can literally do a little setup like painting together. You can go to Michael's or the Dollar. I don't know if the Dollar Tree, maybe they have canvases, but you can set up canvases, get some paints, get some brushes, and paint each other.
Yeah.
You know, and that's something cute and fun. Get a bottle of wine or a bottle of liquor. Y'all get in your underwear and paint each other, or get naked and paint each other, and just get drunk and laugh.
Yeah.
Like things like that are memorable. It doesn't have to be always materialistic.
Yeah.
You know?
I will say, I think a lot of men, unfortunately, we get caught in that money game.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times we attribute how much you spent to how much you love your mate.
Yeah.
That bleeds into engagement rings.
Yeah.
It bleeds into a lot of different areas that I think women and men are feeding into that.
So are you saying that relates to like Valentine's Day gifts, as far as like attribute how much you care for them based on the monetary value of the gift you give them?
I do, even where they take them for dinner.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like you have to look yourself in the mirror and you have to say, okay, well, am I putting too much emphasis on what I'm receiving as opposed to what I'm giving?
Yeah.
And I do think we all can check ourselves a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I'm a huge giver, and I do like the nicer things. Not really for myself as much, but definitely for you and the kids.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something that I've put on myself. It's not a societal thing, but I do hear it though.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's sad because there's probably a lot of people right now freaking out because they A, haven't made dinner reservations, too late.
Mm-hmm.
B, they don't have any gift giving ideas, too late.
It's not too late, but you better hurry up and be on it.
Your choices at that point is limited.
They're very limited.
Another pro tip, I'm sorry, but going to Walgreens and getting that mahogany card that says, baby,
You're my Coretta.
yeah, I'm a great man, and you're the color of Cancun sand. It's just not. It's not a move, right? So I would definitely say, write your cards. I think that, honestly, not hating on the card industry, but we're relying too much on the card industry to say how we feel.
Yeah, and you can go in Canva. Go in Canva and create your own card. Then get it printed at Walgreens or CVS for $5, and there you go.
Yeah,
you have your own little card that's customized. No one else in the world has it.
And
it's just for your person.
Yeah, that's a good pro tip. Yeah, tech gifts.
Mm-hmm.
If your mate is a sneakerhead, I would agree. Some clothing is on the table as long as it's like very thoughtful.
Yeah, for sure.
So, you ready for spicy?
I am a little parched.
All right. So, spicy margarita question. Should sex be considered a gift?
Absolutely not, if it's just that.
All right.
How boring is that? I'm sorry. I mean, I know sex isn't supposed to be boring, but that's the only thing. So you mean to tell me y'all just looked at each other all day long and just went your whole day, just doing normal things?
Yeah.
And then at night you're like, well, I guess we can have sex. Like, how boring is that?
Let me ask you a
It's so
question.
lazy.
Have you ever heard that as being a gift?
Yes.
From females or males more?
Both, but mostly from women.
I've never heard a man say, I gave her sex, therefore that's the gift.
Well, apparently, I mean, there was another statistic that said 29% of men thought that Valentine's Day was just about sex.
Yeah.
So,
so that's
you
true.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, to me, that's really lazy. Now, again, if y'all are both on board with that and that's just what y'all want to do, maybe you're too tired. Maybe y'all just had a kid, or maybe y'all just had a long weekend or something, and y'all just like, you know what? We can just, chill out today. Let's get some takeout, and then we just have sex. You good? Yeah, I'm good with that too.
Yeah.
And that's cool.
Yeah.
But I think it's very selfish and lazy if one person just wants to do that. It's like, well, that's enough. And the other person's like, damn, I really wish I would at least got like a mahogany card.
Exactly. Yeah, I definitely, I wholeheartedly agree with you. I don't think it is a gift. I think it should never be considered a gift.
I mean, it's a gift. Don't get that twisted. But that's a gift that should be keep on giving all year long.
Now, there are sex base gifts that is
Yeah.
like we watched a show, which I think it's a super cool gift idea, is a tantric session.
Yes.
You know.
Make it into something more thoughtful.
Yeah.
If you're going to do something that is a little basic,
Yeah.
let's call it what it is. If it's a little basic, at least slap some lipstick on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At least be like, okay, well, guess what? Yeah, this is a gift, but I'm gonna do a sexy dance. I choreographed a dance for you.
Yeah.
Or I got this lingerie and we're gonna play like a sex game along with it or something. That's free for the most part.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Let me ask you a question though. Speaking of lingerie, do you think that there should start being a practice where the female buys herself lingerie? Now, there are couples where one person buys the lingerie. Should that person that's buying the lingerie go ahead and get matching lingerie for their mate? I mean, because Savage Fenty is like, they're trying to really rep that. Like,
yeah. So, but when I think of lingerie for my mate and you're a man, I don't think man and lingerie together, because in my head, I think lacy and things like that. And I can't imagine you with lace on. That's just not my steez.
Yeah, it's not my ministry.
Yeah, so I feel like boxers or something like that. But even then, that doesn't really do nothing. That didn't do nothing for me.
But shout out for some people that,
Oh, yeah.
because when I go on there, I see like there's like everything's silk, especially,
Yeah.
but there's different robes and loungewear and stuff that I guess could be considered
I'm
sexy.
not big on that. I'm not big on, you wearing anything special or sex. To me, whenever you look your sexiest is like when you wear like the clothing that I like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel that. Buying lingerie is hard. Just from my point of view, it is very hard because, look, way back in the day, I used to be very, very afraid to go into Vicky C's and what's it called, Hollywood or what was it?
Victoria's Secrets and
Fredericks of Hollywood. Yeah. I would always feel super weird and uncomfortable going in those places
You
because
looking like that creep. Like,
because I
what
would
y'all got going on in here.
Yeah. I mean, I would walk by them and be like, oh man, they got some great outfits in there. But then when I would go in there, it'd be like hundreds of women in there. And what's crazy, when I go in those places, I hardly ever see men. But I would think that I would see more men in those places. I can probably understand why, though. It is very intimidating because you look like a creep. But I will say, like, go in those places and go past that first area. Because the first area is just going to be the basic stuff.
Get an associate. Get someone to help you.
Yeah. As long as you got a tour guide, then you don't look as creepy. But go actually into the store, and even with those associates, they are very helpful. You could say, hey, this is the attributes of my mate. These are the colors that I would like to see that person in, and this is kind of the mood I'm trying to set. Now that stuff is expensive.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted. It's expensive, but I do think it's a nice optional gift as well.
Yeah, agreed.
My holiday.
Yeah. Well, I think that's it, you guys. Don't worry. All of our gift ideas will be listed in the comment section or in the info box. And make sure you head over to Facebook.
I was going to say something else. I love you.
I love you too.
Yeah, I like you.
I like you.
And I adore you.
Thank you. I hope you guys have a very happy Valentine's Day or Mistress Day or the day after.
Yeah.
Whatever you choose to celebrate.
Yeah.
We ain't judging you, okay? I mind the business that pays me.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys enjoy and be kind to one another.
And also, remember, it's called Valentines, not Valentines, okay? I do not say Happy Valentine's Day, okay?
Yeah, it's no time for the Valentines.
Yeah.
Bye, you guys.
All right.